This is Ken Kaplan from the New England Motorcycle Museum, and today we have a really cool military 1941 BSA M20 that we're putting up for auction here. And I have a picture of it on the screen right here. This is what it's supposed to look at. Ours is a roller that has a lot of really great parts on it, but is incomplete. This one here, we have the engine, the oil tank, the frame, and I've got the Springer front end, which isn't even on the bike right now. It's got a different front end, but a lot of the components are there, and I think I have the rear wheel also, and I definitely have the exhaust. Pay attention to this exhaust right here. I have the actual exhaust. I've got the front end, the engine, the frame, oil tank. I'm missing the front and rear fenders, the headlight, and a couple other things, but that's what it's supposed to look like. Let's take a walk over and I'll show you what we got. Some of these on the way by. So this is it. This is a 1941 military BSA. You can see it says BSA on the side of the engine right there. It's got the oil tank, hardtail frame. I believe maybe that is the original rear fender. I think it is. I have to take a look at the picture again, and I believe it's original rear wheel.
We're gonna need your BSA efficient.
Yeah.
BSA
obviously, this is not the right gas tank. This is just one that happened to be on the bike. I guess we'll include that with the sale. It's kind of more of a conversation piece, the tank. But the important parts, the frame and the engine are there. The VIN number on the engine is WM20 2031447, and the VIN number on the frame is WM20 88102. We believe it's a WDM20 1941 military BSA. Here's the exhaust I told you to take a look at. This is the actual original exhaust pipe, which is in excellent shape. It's like a military, obviously it's a military bike, so it's military strength. It's really thick metal. The muffler is in excellent shape. No rust holes in the muffler anywhere. And the internal baffle is still intact. This is the front end, the Springer front end, which is a really cool piece.
Here, well, why don't you get it at the angle that it shows?
Yeah, this is supposed to. This would normally be mounted like this on here. That's a Springer front end. We don't have the upper triple clamp. We're missing that. So, oops, wrong way. We're missing the upper triple clamp. So, but here it is, the Springer front end. That's included with the bike. That's probably a really tough piece to come by if you have one. So, as far as a bike to restore, this is a good starting point. You've got the complete frame, engine, front end. We are missing the gas tank, and I'm not sure if this is the fender that originally came off the bike. It may be. Matter of fact, it has a military green paint, so it's a safe bet maybe the fenders are original too. The M20 was produced for the War Office in 1936. This model was ultimately to evolve into perhaps the most illustrious and longest serving model in the history of British military motorcycling, not to mention becoming the most numerous type produced for the War Office itself. The military model M20 was produced by BSA in several variations until 1942. We believe this one's in 1941. It was when the type was largely standardized, undergoing only minor modifications thereafter until the end of the Second World War. The very earliest examples supplied, the KM20 models from the 1939 production year, were generally a type constructed from a combination of standard and deluxe model components with the addition of certain military specified fittings. However, it is interesting to note that principally from contract number 294/C.3655 onwards, the factory ledgers detail the type as deluxe. The military specified additional fittings including the large 8-inch Lucas DU-142 headlight, complete with a switch panel and ammeter, a timing gear cover incorporating a screw and plug permitting access to the magneto-driven pinion. The NADA value on this bike currently for one in excellent value is $9,510. Very good is $56.45. Good is $36.75, and then poor is $23.65. So obviously, there's a lot of room for sweat equity on the bike. It's worth about 10 grand restored. We have the exhaust. Most of the components are there. We've got the engine, the exhaust, the cylinder fins appear to be in great condition. There's no cracked fins that I can note on there, unless this one is, I don't know if it was normally that length. It looks straight. Maybe that one was cracked off. I don't know. You tell me. But oil tanks there. Gonna need a fuel tank, seat, a headlight, and then the top, upper triple clamp. So if you're into these old British BSAs and you're into restoration or you want to get it for parts, I'm sure it's going to be a great investment. I mean, the components alone are, I'm sure the exhaust systems in the front end, the exhaust is probably worth $250, $300. The Springer front end's got to be worth $1,000. The heads, the frame, everything has value. So the whole is worth around $95, $10 in excellent shape. But if you parted it out or needed these parts, they're extremely expensive and difficult to find. To my knowledge, that's been the case with most of the bikes we've tried to restore. We just have too many bikes to restore, so we're selling some of them as is. This is one of the bikes that we bought for the museum. And there's your header pipe goes in right there, and your exhaust pipe goes on right here. So it's easy to see this bike could, you know, very easily be restored or just put it on display as it is. It's quite a conversation piece, but for your man room. So good luck fitting on the bike. There's a low reserve. If you have any questions about it, or if you want to call or tell us anything about it, we may not already know. Our phone number is 860-454-7024, or you can message us on eBay. Good luck bidding on the bike, and God bless.